It's the Subway NFL post-game show and a historic game between two of the best teams in the AFC. That, according to Charlie Casserly. Houston wins 24-17 in a game that most of the country did not see. And to be honest with you, folks, be thankful you didn't see it. It wasn't the prettiest of football games. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kerwin and CBS Sports' Charlie Casserly. Call him like I see him, ladies and gentlemen. A game with two quarterbacks did not perform particularly well for most of the game. Sage Roosevelt did have the one long pass to Andre Davis. We're slipping up here because now Houston has the bye, and they get Andre Johnson back. But, Charlie, the Texans go into the bye week 4-5, and when they come back, they'll get a healthy Matt Schaub and maybe a healthy Andre Johnson.
Yeah, this was a crucial win for him because, as Jason said, you're 4-5 at the bye. You get rested up. The big thing is you get Andre Johnson back. He's the best player on your football team. In the first two games, he was the main reason you won. Matt Schaub gets healthy. He comes back. You're home. So, really, and you got your running game starting to get a little bit better here. You get Echamondo back, too, who right now is probably the most explosive back. So, things are pointing up for Houston. Heading into the bye and coming out of the bye, they have New Orleans at home, big game.
And, of course, that is a home game, which is even, Charlie, you said this before, they were 2-0, were the Texans with Andre Johnson. Without him, they were 2-5 now as they head into the bye. Matt Schaub a little banged up, but, able to run the football a little bit better today. But, again, it's the Oakland Raiders defense. They haven't stopped the run.
No, the Raider defense has been a disappointment all year. Remember, this defense was ranked real high last year, so where are they? Maybe it was a facade because the offense was so bad last year, they never got exposed. They get in these tight games, all of a sudden the tackling's not very good, the coverage isn't very good, and you see all the errors that are going on. So there's a lot to do in Oakland. It's going to take a couple years to fix it. I did like Justin Fargas, though. I thought Justin Fargas has emerged as the guy they trust carrying the football.
Yeah, Justin Fargas is looking good, and the running game there is a little bit better today. But again, Houston's rush defense has not been very good this year either. One thing that Charlie pointed out before we started this was that they've got a quarterback problem, and they knew that when they went into the draft. That's why they drafted Jamarcus Russell. How quickly before we see him?
Well, the story coming out of Oakland all summer was you'll see him in 08. He's not at camp. He won't be ready. They were happy to have Josh McCown back today, although Josh had a terrible day, throwing 3 interceptions, and basically has to take some or a lot of responsibility for the loss. In talking to Lane Kiffin this week, I got a sense they might be accelerating the schedule and the process for Jamarcus, and maybe we'll see him now before the season's over, because this season's over for the Raiders as it relates to getting in the playoffs.
Getting in the playoffs, 2-6. However, at 4-5, it's not over for the Texans because you got the Colts and the Patriots on top, and you got a bunch of teams that are 5-3. And you got the Titans who are 6-2. So 4-5 is not out of the mix here for the Texans. Charlie, real quick, what do you see as the prognosis for the rest of the season for Houston?
Well, again, I think that with Andre Johnson and Schaub back healthy, you got a chance to be able to score points because you got a good tight end, Owen Daniels. You found a second and third receiver with Andre Davis in there and Walters. So you got some weapons. The problem they're going to have today is can they get a consistent running attack going, which kind of has been lacking for them. They lost Dante Robinson today. If they lose him permanently, that's a huge loss for them. If they can get him back after the bye, then they got a chance because he's their best cover man. He's having a Pro Bowl season.
He's a former first-round pick, 9th overall, I believe, out of South Carolina. And they got to get him, of course, back before the bye or after the bye as well, and maybe stop some people as well because, as you said, they will be able to score some points when they get Andre Johnson back. For more on this game that you probably didn't see or any other in Week 9, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com or everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For these two gentlemen, Pat and Charlie, I'm Jason. Take care, folks.